And we are back live again for the third time today. And I did just get notification that, while Crystal and I will be live tomorrow at 1 p.m., we are going to be going over Beneath the Torches documentary about fat, the documentary it's called. I'm actually going to be speaking with him live, and we'll probably be live on my channel at some point in time tomorrow evening. So outstanding. It's going to be a great, fun day. I'm a big fan of his, and I do believe we have very similar thought processes behind the concept of obesity, those sorts of things. And today we're going to talk about, and I hope everybody gets this. Like, I really hope that this woman finds what she's looking for. I think that to a great degree, Miss April Lauren should kind of take the advice I've given for a while. She should just try to become a lifestyle channel, ditch the whole weight loss thing. It's not really happening. And I believe that it negatively affects her trying to be a weight loss channel. And I have not watched this video, but this is how I feel about my weight loss, mental health, ups and downs in 2020. So I just got to be real. I'm getting kind of fat acceptancy vibes, body positivity vibes out of this. We're all of a sudden talking about weight loss, which we know she has not actually done much of in 2020. I'm guessing at most 20 pounds, which is still positive weight loss. That's my thing about it is it's still positive weight loss. I'm happy that she has lost 20 pounds. I think it's good for her. I absolutely think that she should be losing that kind of weight. But along those lines also, I do think that it's an issue that she should be like trying a little more to look out for her long-term health and her goals and all these things. I know that she may think she is. I don't find what she's doing all that healthy for her. It's one of these issues where, give me a second. I thought I had this all planned out, and I don't. So I have to pull up a few things here. Like I said, lots of videos today. Lots and lots of videos today. So give me 1 second. Boom, boom, boom. And I'm trying to find. There it is. Okay. Give me 1 more second because I got to put my normal stuff in. So you guys can know where to find the deals. And if you wanted to join our app, you can get our coaching or 3 months worth of coaching or no morbidity. Or our consults right here. I'm going to put it in, and away we go. Excellent. Good. So there's the links for you. Now I'm going to say hi to everybody, and then we're going to get to this. I've been live. Most of you have been on most of my lives, which is fucking amazing. You guys are fucking awesome. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. Me and Mark just had a fun conversation. It's been give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I'm actually talking to Vinny right now here. Hey, StreamYard. Which channel? There we go. Just email back and forth. Okay, so thank you very much. I appreciate you holding on. That was an important email to set up my lives for tomorrow with Vinny. Rick Slick, how you doing? That Anna, what's happening? Sabrina, here for the BS. Gothica, how you doing? M, how are you? Great talking to you the other day. Slate, Sheeny Beanie, Elaine, Mai Tai, Sletchkin, Peaceful Lifter, Amelia, that's weird. Amelia and Amelia. That fucked with me. The Jat Batman, Philippa, Hannah, in memory of Jordan, John Morton. Why did I say Jordan? I don't know. Sarah Scar, how are you? Rajon, what's going on? Becoming a better me. How you doing? Able to make a live, usually listen to replay while work. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Helpless Hawk. This is a rough one. It's a lot of rambling. We are definitely, it's 23 minutes, so we're going to get going early. And the playback speed is going to be 1.5. April Lauren is as exciting as watching a paint dry. I'll make it entertaining for you. I'll try to make it a little bit more entertaining for you. But I did want to talk about this because and hello to everybody else that's in the chat. I didn't want to say Bingus Cat, Lost in the Tattoo, Marta, Vlad, Shy Franklin, Taylor, Julian. How you doing, Julian? I know it is. I don't know how. Like, my brain is fried at this fucking point. So Alan is putting in the work today, and I got tons of lives tomorrow too, and I got a video I'm going to release later, and I've got other videos I'm doing tomorrow. We're trying to fucking put it in. If you want to support us and what we do, you can join our app like at the links here, or you can get a consultation with me, or you can get our coaching if you're having a hard time in 2023. If you've already fallen off your New Year's resolution and you wanted to get healthy this year, we can help you build the healthy habits for you to lose weight, keep it off, and then in that way you can continue on. So please do. We have some slots available, and we graduated a few people out, so we do have a few more slots available. It is outstanding. 2 lives in one day. This is my third one. But this is, again, April Lauren, how I feel about my weight loss, mental health, ups and downs of 2020. It's super gives me the feels of fat acceptancy. Like, I mean, it's getting there, in my opinion, of course. And we're gonna go to it right now. Like, my video is still I still have the dashboard up for the writer from the earlier one, the writer calling for affirmative action for fat people. Ridiculous. Here it is. This is Miss April Lauren. And we're just going to do this. It's playing at 1.5 speed. So for those of you that are new to this, this is not what her voice sounds like, because it's going to be, but, or just, it'll sound like me talking at 1.5 speed. Her at 1.5 speed will sound like me talking normal speed. Here we go.
Things that help me live each day a little brighter. I'm April Lauren, and I'm on a journey to lose 200 pounds in a healthy way that I can maintain mentally and physically for life.
Okay,
and
hang on.
I'm really happy that it is a new year. I started the year treading water, trying to keep my head up, and 2022, bro.
So we're going to go over the beginning of that real quickly, because the terminology has changed multiple times. So I just wanted to do that one more time.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel, Wake Up Bright, where I share all the things that help me live each day a little brighter. I'm April Lauren, and I'm on a journey to lose 200 pounds in a healthy way.
I'm on a journey to lose 200 pounds in a healthy way. I applaud this.
That I can maintain mentally and physically for.
There it is. I can maintain mentally and physically. I'm going to tell you this right now. You cannot be mentally healthy and be physically unhealthy. You cannot be treating your body in a way that is going to keep 100 extra pounds on you and have it not negatively affect your mental health. It's not physically possible. The food she is eating to keep her this big is, in fact, also, probably highly inflammatory. This is irrational behavior, in my opinion. Because this is what it is. It's a rationalization out of the goal. The goal was not too long ago to lose weight quickly because she was running out of time. And I made a video about that too. I told her that was a bad idea. I also told her it was a bad idea to try to set the October goal from October to December. She was going to lose 20 pounds, completely unrealistic. It's, the setting of realistic goals is very important when you're trying to get healthier, Setting unrealistic goals is very unrealistic. I believe that she has gained weight in this last year. She's looking much bigger. I feel bad for her in a way, but also this is a lot self-inflicted, and this is starting to sound a lot fat acceptancy. Like, I'm going to find a way to lose weight in my own way that's sustainable, blah, 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 for me, mentally and healthy, blah, blah, blah.
Life. And I'm really happy that it is a new year. I started the year treading water, trying to keep my
The graphic
head up, and 2022 brought waves throughout the year. The waves were
just to refresh everybody, and she ended 2021 binging and gaining weight. So it's not like 2022 when she actually did a little. I've shared some of the little and some of the bigger things that I've done through the last year, and I'll be sharing some of the others this month. But the worst of it, I'll be keeping to myself, as it's deeply personal and private. What's the worst of what? The worst of what? Like, then don't mention it. Like, then don't live your life online. Like, the thing is, if you want to set yourself as follow my journey to find motivation, then share everything. This is disingenuous in its inception. Just be a lifestyle channel. Just do your cooking and your stuff like that. Like, I mean, I don't understand. Like, stop calling it about a weight loss journey when you're not losing weight. It's bad for you. It's bad for your audience. This is not healthy nor sustainable for this woman. And it's bad for her audience.
Consistently varied in size. Like, there were little things that flared up and there were big things. I had a pretty traumatic thing happen that I will never talk about online. What happened?
Then you shouldn't have brought it up just now. All you did was get people wanting to talk about it and wanting to know what it is. If you never wanted to be bothered about the very traumatic thing that happened, you should have never just brought it up. Just like you shouldn't have brought up how you and your husband were arguing the other day. Stop bringing up personal things that you don't want to talk about online and then wondering why people are going to want to talk about it. If you set yourself up to talk about your personal life and your personal relationship with food and your personal relationships and all these things, you talk about relationships with your husband and your dogs and all that shit. If that's what it's going to be, don't bring it up if it is going to be something you then don't want to talk about. This is like common sense 101. Like, I mean, I'm never going to talk about it. Then don't bring it up now. Nobody would have ever known if there was something seriously traumatic. You could have just said, I don't even get it. Why do this?
Stirred up so much. It was rough confronting those things from the past. It was rough accepting things as they were. I made it.
Things from the past, like you hiding an entire weight loss journey and pretending that you just started in 2020?
Through that. Not unsaved, I guess I should say. And the waves didn't stop. Making it through that. And by making it through, there's no finality for that. When you go.
I'm sorry. I have a hard time sympathizing with somebody whose only job is to lose weight. Like, I really do. I really do. And this also sets it up where her audience has got to be looking at this like, this woman's only job is to lose weight and deal with life. And don't get me wrong, life can be fucked up. This is the 2020s, motherfuckers. Life is fucked up to begin with. And I feel bad if she's gone through some shit. I don't want people to think that I want ill for this woman. But reality exists in that don't bring up super traumatic events, because then all people are going to ask you about is a super traumatic event. Like, it's just so.
Go through trauma, it will resurface. Having healthy means of coping, of dealing is so important. And
you don't have any. This woman does not have healthy means of coping or dealing. None. Nothing in her history states this, as she has lost weight and regained bunches of times. It's not building up a healthy thing. And just as Vlad pointed out, everybody does have trauma. Everybody has trauma. After 2020, it's hard to imagine that everybody has trauma. Everybody. I received death threats for daily for 3 or 4 months in the beginning of 2020. Fuck you and your trauma of your only job is to lose weight. You know, I'm sorry. I'm not having a fucking issue. I'm not buying it.
Yet, if you deny things that have happened to you, or you don't remember, you
If you deny things that have happened to you, such as not wanting to talk about it,
can't really deal with them effectively. And so, with that, I'm grateful that I am able to accept certain things and understand a little bit better myself. My weight does not determine my worth, and yet I've wasted so much of my life.
my weight does not determine my worth. Hashtag fat acceptance. Hashtag BOPO. Hashtag fat activist. Hashtag fat liberation. The number on the scale nor my body defines my worth and should not dictate my self-worth. And I fucking agree. Because if you don't think you are worth anything, then that's the fucking thing. You have to believe you're worthy of it, because being morbidly obese and putting yourself in a position where you're going to keep eating that way is an issue of you not thinking that you're worth a happy, healthy life. That is you prioritizing the foods that you are gluttoning yourself on, and you are giving, and the eating disorder you are giving into, as more important than your life. Absolutely. But when it gets switched around by fat acceptance people, such as this woman right here, because she, in my mind, that statement alone is in fact like the walk towards fat acceptance. When they do this, when they step on the number on the scale, nor my body defines my worth. Nobody fucking said it did. You're the one that fucking said it did. You're the one that said you need to lose 200 pounds so you can get pregnant, blah, 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 blah. This is ridiculous. Nobody is actually saying, it is amazing. How can people just do this shit? It's so fucked up. It's so, we live in clown fucking world.
With my weight being what's holding me back, this mental pressure, that's just me. Our weight does not have to stop us from living life. And
it stops you from doing a bunch of shit. I mean, this is literally, this is a fat acceptance coming out speech. Fat acceptance coming out speech right here.
When you are losing weight, the act of losing weight doesn't have to disrupt and stop your life.
And I've said that to her multiple times. I believe she's the one with I love how she's lecturing people. The act of losing weight doesn't need to disrupt your life. But she's also the one that literally says, I went off my plan because I didn't want to make my family suffer. She's arguing against herself. She's literally arguing against herself. It does not need to disrupt your life. But I need to get my 3 hours of exercise in and do a DECA and then walk the dogs for 3 hours and then also get another workout in and then climb a mountain. It doesn't want to disrupt her life. I believe that her only job is weight loss right now in this channel.
To be able to pursue meaning and other things in life without being preoccupied with our bodies.
Holy shit. Holy shit. That's so fat acceptance-y. I can't even get over it. That is like fat acceptance right there.
Types of feelings, they don't discriminate. You get that unhealthy.
Oh, we're starting to throw out the discrimination word.
The preoccupation with your physical self. Those types of feelings, they don't discriminate. A turning point for me was in 2020 when I confronted some of those things and started to heal. And I'm so grateful for having taken the time that I've taken on my weight loss journey to also do that deeper work and mental health work.
Oh, the deeper work and mental health work of self-acceptance. Fat acceptance achieved. Achievement unlocked. It's so strange because she's just a few months ago, she was saying how she needed to speed up her journey. So apparently we don't need to speed up the journey.
And that doesn't make it easy. It hasn't gotten easy. And yet.
I will tell you this, and I mean this, and I'm putting my coaching in here right now. Because April Lauren, if you wanted it, I would not tell anybody you bought it. But anybody else, it should not be hard. It should not feel like a diet. It should not feel like a serious exercise regimen. If you want to, when you get to the point where you want to get super lean or you want to do some serious athletic endeavors, that should be kind of fucking hard. And you will likely feel like there's some kind of restriction and some kind of diet going on. But to just lose weight from 200, and she looks like 70 pounds right now, for a woman It should not be hard. It should not feel like you're on a diet. It should be rather fucking easy. This woman could easily eat 2,000 calories a day right now, and in fact, lose a lot of fucking weight with just minimal activity. So the thing is, what I don't think I don't know if she admits it in this video, but she's clearly binging, like clearly binge eating. And I really, 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 really wish that she would just kind of accept that for herself, get some help. If any of you think it should be very, very hard, if you've had trouble where you're like literally, you feel it's super hard and you're 250 pounds and you feel like you're on this very restrictive diet when you're trying to lose weight and your ultimate goal is to get to like 150 pounds. If you have 100 pounds to lose, it should not feel super restrictive. If it feels super restrictive, if you feel like you're on a diet, I can guarantee you this: you are going to regain the weight. That you are going to regain the weight. It should not be as complicated as she makes it. That's been one of my biggest criticisms. She sets up these unrealistic complications and unrealistic fucking aspects to her nutrition and her exercise that can't be attained by other people and herself. I mean, it's literally that. It's absolutely 100% that. So if you are starting to feel like you're trying to get healthy in 2023 and you are in fact having a hard time, you feel like it's on a diet, we have our coaching special right here. We have 3 months worth of coaching special right here. You can even just join the app, or you can get a consultation with me or Crystal if I'm not your cup of tea, and we can help you. Shit, April, if you'd want to join the app, we would not mention it to anybody, and like Crystal, you could be Crystal's client for all I give a fuck. Crystal is my coach. She's literally my coach. So you could be Crystal's client. And we have had people that have joined the app that have been like, I want Crystal to be my coach because I'm too much for them. And that's fucking fine by me, because somebody getting healthy is somebody getting healthy. But this is the endeavor into fat acceptance right here. It should not be like, it should not be too life impeding. Eating whole foods should not be seen as a diet. It should be seen how you fucking eat. And then the rest of it should be seen as an actual reward.
It has benefited me so much, because I can't imagine if I experienced some of the things that I have this year where I was then. I think it would have just completely broke me. Instead of frustrating or hurting or making me feel anxiety, like some of these things would have just ripped me to pieces. And yet I'm treading water, still getting hit by some waves. The water's calmed down. I know there's some waves coming. There's some disruptions coming, but everything is sort of calm right now. And I am so grateful I had put in that work to get to where I was. And then when I got to that point in the summer, that I was able.
I wonder if this video is a response to her sister losing 60 pounds in like 7 months. Like, I wonder if this is like, I had somebody send me this and say like they think she's saying this to get like me and Shakira off of her and stuff like that, which, but I wonder if this is because her sister just had a video yesterday where she's lost 60 pounds. I wonder.
To do more work and continue forward. I feel like such a stronger human and more capable. And yet I also look back at 2022 and it just feels dreary, and it's so weird because the good parts, like the good was really good, and I was there for that and I felt that. It's not like I was pretending to be okay. There still is sunshine when it's raining sometimes, there's rainbows and all of the things. As I share struggles, it's very easy to assume I mean struggles with weight. One of the things I am.
Yeah, so Taylor said that, that's what I was thinking too. She keeps showing footage from her in 2020, like from when she just started, when she was like 350. Like there's been like, she's very flat weight loss for 2022, which like fucking it happens. But my problem is that you are trying to give advice to people. Like she doesn't even set it up where this is like, hey, I'm checking in about my stuff. She's like, when we do this and when you do this and when we do this and this is how this works. She does Q&As and shit like that. Like, stop that shit. Like, you clearly don't have your shit together. You clearly don't. I mean, and she's admitting it here, but this is almost a shift. I mean this is almost a shift before fat acceptance.
Most proud of this year, I prioritize my mental health and maintaining my progress over forcing through and trying to lose more. Now, that doesn't mean that I didn't go through like trying the whole time. I'm like, okay, I'm better now.
Like, does she realize that there's like plenty of video of her talking about like how she's going to increase her weight loss and everything like that? Like, she prioritized her mental health. This is the first time I'm hearing about her prioritizing her mental health. And respecting limits. She talked multiple times. She set a goal of a radical goal of losing 20 pounds when she had not, in a matter of just a few months, which she didn't even come close to getting. She talked about how she needed to speed it up because she was running out of time to get pregnant. Like, what, respecting her limits and not bullying myself. I have lost just under 100 pounds total, and 30 of those during 2022. I'm not thinking it was 30. I'm not. But 30 in 2022, I mean, if we look at it, 30 times. So a 287 calorie deficit a day by her claim. By her claim, it's the walks for the dog with the dogs. Everything else, like, she ate so much that it, like, all the very seriously hard workouts you saw and all the very seriously like deep dives into like DECA and CrossFit and weightlifting and hiking and all these things, like, she ate so much more than what she would have, like, if she would have all of a sudden not been able to work out, she would have gained weight. That's not good. Okay. Like, she should be able to lose the weight she needs to lose with basal activity, like on our coaching. And I mean this, and here again, April, anybody that's watching, I mean, I really mean this, anybody that's watching, we focus on people losing weight by their nutrition, being satiated, satisfied, properly hydrated, proper stress relief, appropriate fitness level activity, which she does inappropriate fitness level activity for herself, by my estimation as a weight loss expert. And especially because of the knee problems and everything like that, how big she is, running, all that ridiculous stuff, right? You should be able to get to, from her size, you should be able to get to close to, if not at, a healthy weight by just your nutrition and your basic acts of daily living, walking, those sorts of things. That should be very, very, very easy. Very easy. So if any of you are looking for coaching, we do have some available. And also anybody else, and I mean this sincerely, anybody else, including her or her sister, anybody, any of the other YouTubers, we can help you. But this is ridiculous.
I'm gonna try again. Okay, I'm better now. Okay, maybe this will help me to move past. And that really, so like when I got to August and did like my August reset, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna refocus and start forward. And I accomplished a lot, but
yes, the great reset. And you accomplished nothing.
Still didn't prioritize weight loss. And then in September, I was like, okay, so for fall, everything I'm trying right now isn't working. For fall, I'm going to set fall goals. Have worked.
So here's the thing, and I'm happy she's admitting that what she was doing wasn't working, because it didn't, 100%. And just to be very like I'm going to try to say this as nicely as possible. It's great that you could admit that what you were doing wasn't working, but literally professionals at this were telling you what was going to go wrong. Then it would go wrong, and then there would be the whole like ridiculous snapback from you. And I gotta be real, you openly, like, April, this is straight up to you. Thank you for admitting that you were wrong, that everything you were doing was off, even though you had been told many times. I appreciate you admitting that, because you just literally said I was right and you were wrong. So I appreciate that, especially because for some reason you kind of put it out there that you're some sort of professional. Because that's the other issue, though. You've admitted that everything you were doing was wrong. You admitted that things were wrong, but you gave advice on all this stuff to your audience. That's why I have issue with her channel and her, is because she will give very poor advice that doesn't even work for her to other people. And she will set very poor examples that don't even work for her. to other people when she has all the time in the world? Her only job is she teaches a yoga class or two a week, takes care of the house, and tries to lose weight. Okay, that's it. So I appreciate you saying that I was right and you were wrong, because that's really what she just did there. But I also want to point out that you gave years worth of advice on things that were wrong for you. I mean, that's like years worth of advice on things that were wrong for you. That's what you just admitted to. That is the actual problem. That is what I have stated, that she is horrible for her audience because of this.
Like when I felt that and I think it's important to use our motivation. Like when we feel motivated or want to feel motivated, and those things did work, then other things happened and just continued those feelings of chaos. And every time those feelings came this year, I didn't give way to hiding and feeding my emotions or doing some of the very unhelpful tools that I have built.
I didn't give way to feeding those emotions. You definitely fed something. I mean, let's be real. You definitely fed something
in the past to deal with really hard things. Coming to that point, motivated, and then sharing it in a public way, and then still prioritizing my needs above the opinions and thoughts of others is pretty powerful.
Well, here, I wanted to address this. Somebody said, I think she found out she can't have kids, and that would be horrible, especially because she wants to have kids. But then adopt. I mean, I'm sorry, adopt a kid. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to be a parent, like, adopt a child. There are plenty of children that need adopted, like that would cherish it, that would absolutely need it. She I mean this. She likely shouldn't have had children anyway, because if she would get pregnant, she would gain a ton of fucking weight. It would be unhealthy. And if she has a hard time keeping control of her health when her only job is yoga a time or two a week and taking care of the house, like taking care of a child, I don't believe there's any way that she would remain healthy, which would be then unhealthy for the child too. Like, I'm not trying to be mean about that, but adopt a child. That way, I'm so frustrated with this. And if that's the case, I feel bad, because I know that you wanted to have a baby, but you can still adopt, and you should still be working on trying to be the healthiest version of yourself. You are married, okay? You are married. You made a commitment to lead the longest, happiest, healthiest life for you and your partner as possible. And I believe he's even younger than you, and he is in okay shape. So, I mean, I tell people all the time, like I will perfectly well give up being able to deadlift X amount of weight, or people call me weak, or people call me small, or people saying this, or people saying that, because I'm going to be holding my wife's hand when we're 90, watching the sun go down over the Gulf of Mexico, or when I'm 90, because I'm older than her, when I'm 90 going over the Gulf of Mexico. I guarantee it. Unless something tragic happens where there's an accident or something like that, I am going to be there. I'm going to do whatever I need to do to be as healthy as I can, to in fact be there, because I made a commitment to that woman to be there for the entirety of her life. This does not sound like that to me. This sounds like a bunch of excuses why you're not going to focus on weight loss, why you're going to focus on your mental health in order to try to just focus on your mental health. That is your eating disorder talking. This woman is a binge eater. I would place my professional reputation that she binges. My professional reputation, I would place on the fact that she binges 100%, because there's no, I guarantee it. I fucking guarantee it. Just sad. Sad.
And while not prioritizing weight loss, that means I didn't lose a lot of weight this year. I would have loved to have lost 50 pounds. I would have loved
So all of a sudden we're back at right at 30 pounds. We put that back up.
to have lost 100 pounds. I did not have the space to prioritize that. And I am very happy with the growth that I've had.
So when you were telling people that you were prioritizing it, that was a lie, or were you lying to yourself also? Or like that's the thing. Like, it would be different if you weren't putting this shit out to an audience, because then you're like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to gear up. I'm going to lose X amount of weight between X amount of time. And here's what I'm doing. And your audience follows along. And now you're saying you weren't prioritizing it. I mean,
that I recognized that, and I continued forward, giving myself what I needed. I think I've trained myself to fight through with new ideas, or like, if I rearrange this room, I'll like it better. If I rearrange my goals in a different way, I'll like the way it feels better, and then I'll be motivated.
That's what you're doing, though. She's rearranging her priorities to match her results. Like, she got certain results by how she acted, by what she did, by the incredible number of hard workouts she claims to do and all this stuff. And then the binging literally like made it so that those didn't produce the results she wanted. So she's now backtracking and reprioritizing what the intended goal was. That's not healthy. Like this woman needs to get off of the internet, stop making content, stop making weight loss, stop talking about your weight loss, and just lose weight. If this woman is talking about her mental health, it is not mentally healthy to talk about your weight loss every single week, weighing in every single week, doing all these things. It is not mentally healthy to do so. If this woman wasn't giving, like I've said this multiple times, I tell everybody, if you're going to have a channel and you're going to lose weight on, do not have it be a weight loss channel. Please, please, please don't make it about that. Like, please don't make it about that. You know, instead, try to very much make it so that you just have a channel and people see you lose weight, because now all she does is talk about something that she is not accomplishing and that is causing her more stress. The stress of this channel alone has likely led to a lot of these issues. And I would have a hard time believing that it didn't, because people do criticize, including me and other people, because it is that she is disingenuous with a lot of things. I have flat out caught her lying. And guess what? As a newsflash, fat people that are addicted to food lie. They lie a lot. They lie to themselves. I used to lie to myself about fucking food I ate. And that's no shit. I used to lie to myself. I would go to 2 different drive-thrus in a given fucking couple hours. I would eat food, binge on it, not be able to fucking, and then I would go to another one. And because I didn't want to go through the same drive-thru, I would go through a different one when I was traveling, because I wouldn't want them to see that I was fucking going through the second drive-thru. What if they recognized me? What if it wasn't shift change? So I'd go to a different one to make sure that like I could like tell the lie of I didn't eat this. People lie to themselves. I remember thinking, I have a whole video called The Lies We Tell Ourselves. I thought for sure when I was 280 that I would get to 220 and I would be fucking jacked, shredded, fucking massive, and fucking just abs everywhere, and fucking every vein in my body would be bursting out. I got to 220, I still looked like a potato. Like, for real, I still just looked kind of like pudgy, you know? Like, and I'm a big guy. I have a lot of muscle mass on me. It was a lie I was telling myself.
And life doesn't always work like that. Like, sometimes when you're not ready for something, you're really not ready. And I was not ready. I may still not be, but I've gotten some closure with some of the things that have happened. I've worked through some of the things that have happened. And yet on the horizon, I know I've got some more of those waves coming. And
so this woman is basically admitting that the advice she's been giving for a year or more was kind of just based off of all sorts of other shit. I mean, and now, hey, audience that was listening to her and following her journey, and you were following along and taking motivation from her, that was all bullshit. Great.
So it's interesting. And I've got a plan in place as far as sharing my story. We'll go into that. First, I want to acknowledge, I share my weight loss. I also share all the things that help me live each day a little brighter. Like, it is something that I say in almost every video, if not every video. And I always say the first part first. Welcome to my channel, Wake Up Bright, where I share all the things that help me live each day a little brighter. And those little things that help me live each day a little brighter, most all of them have nothing to do with losing weight.
Notice how we're decoupling. Like, weight loss is no longer a thing. This is fat acceptance territory. I hadn't even watched it. I saw the title of the fucking video and I said, welcome to fat acceptance. I told you so. I months ago I said she's starting down the body positivity, fat acceptance bullshit. So none of the things that make my day happier involve losing weight. So you don't like working out? Like, your day is losing weight. Like that is the entirety of what you've been supposedly doing for 2.5 years. You've been on podcasts about it. This is supposedly what the only thing you were supposed to be doing for fucking 2.5, 3 years now was losing weight. So it's not one of the things that makes your day brighter. Like, that's amazing. That is amazing that you can just come out here and openly say that now.
And that doesn't mean that they never had anything to do with that. But as I've grown, those things have evolved to where I don't define myself or my self-worth by my weight anymore.
Fat acceptance.
Yet I know I will be losing all of the weight that I need to lose, and I will reach a healthy weight because that's what's best for me. Like that is.
How do you know this? What evidence do you have? Like, I mean, what evidence do you have that you will be losing all the weight and that's what's best for you? Well, I know it's what's best for you, but what evidence do you have? Like, how do you know this? Because it seems like weight loss has pretty much been whipping your ass for the last like fucking 10 years. Like, how do you know this? You need to get help. April Lauren, get off of the internet. Stop making weight loss content. Stop giving people advice on what you're doing to make your day brighter by losing weight and the exercises and activities and all that bullshit. And go get some fucking help. Like, if it's not from me, if it's not from our coaching, fucking go get some other fucking help. Go get some help. And I want you to get some help. I really, really do, because I want to see everybody be as happy and healthy as possible. And you are fat as fuck and you should lose some weight because it's not healthy. But more than anything, I want to see you stop misleading your audience. Her audience is not going to realize this, but this video has been an open admission of how she's been bullshitting them for 2.5 years, especially this last year. I mean, so you're saying that you're good with like everybody that's been in her comment section for motivation to lose weight is now like, oh, well, I guess I don't need to lose weight. Because the thing is, people get bought into the person that they're watching, not necessarily what the initial goal was. Well, if April Lauren changed her goal from losing weight to just trying to make herself mentally happy, Twinkies make me mentally happy, I'm going to get some Twinkies. It's horrible for your audience. It's absolutely horrible for your audience, right? Like, when you're talking about something that in today's world is such a very serious thing, this woman is more dangerous than VShreds. Way, by a long shot. He is this very fucking disingenuous marketer that found his little niche and everything like that, and he gives bullshit advice, absolutely. But his bullshit advice is basically decently fucking moronically sound sometimes. You know, I mean, I'm not saying like when his videos when he says I drink Coca-Cola and eat Kit Kats, obviously not. But this woman is all over the place, confusing her audience even more, and now is telling them that, guess what? To be happy, I don't need to lose weight. Well, I'm not saying you need to lose weight to be happy in life, but if that was your intended goal by your channel and people started following you for inspiration to lose weight, you are now uninspiring them to lose weight. It's horribly, horribly tragic.
Is what is best for me and for the me I will be in 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years.
You're not there will be no 40 years unless you get 100 pounds off you, young lady. There will be no 30 years unless you get control of your binging. There will be none. 20 years is a super stretch for you if you don't get control of your binging. You were 350 pounds 2.5 years ago, and you started regaining weight recently. We all know it because we have eyes. There will be, unless you get help, unless you realize you're not it, unless you realize that you can't coach yourself to health, you are not going to be here 20 years from now. As a newsflash, I am not my own coach. My wife is my coach. My wife has coached me back to health multiple times now, and my wife is the one that came up with the hunger management method, which is in our book right up here. She's the one that developed it. It's right up here. She's the one that developed it. She's the one that literally made it so we have no morbidity, because she said, we need a supplement that can do this. You should reach out to Mark and talk to him about it. And boom, here we are. And then even product 2 is her idea also. And she is the one that comes up with my workout programs and everything like this. I am the sciencey dude. I am the sciencey, sweary portion of this. That's it. I add the swear words and I read the studies, and then I talk online. And because that's my thing. She doesn't like the talking online as much as I do. Although, by the way, tomorrow we will be live 1 o'clock. We'll be going over again the documentary, Fat, the documentary. That's the name of it. And we will be going over those. But realistically, my wife is my coach because I am a binge eater, and I will admit it. I have now not binged in 6 days. It'll be 2 years. This is the issue right here. This woman is not. This is a fat acceptance video.
The more I do now, the better for the future version of myself. I've lost right at 100 pounds, and if I don't lose more.
You have not lost right at 100 pounds. You were close to that, and you regained about 20 pounds of it. You've lost about 75 pounds, probably.
My quality of life will not stay great. Right now, I feel like my day-to-day quality of life is really good, and I'm very grateful, but
That's the problem. She feels her quality of life is pretty good at 260 pounds as a woman. It's not. It's absolutely not. Like, I mean, it's pretty good compared to, it's pretty good compared to probably what you weighed when you were 350. It's much better than that, I would imagine, but it's not pretty good at all. You do not have a good quality of life. You do not feel good. You think you feel good. You don't have any reference for it. She is all over the place.
I'm not naive or delusional into thinking.
Oh, you're delusional. I'm not saying you're naive, because I think everything's very well directed towards making it so you can have a very popular channel and be an influencer, because I believe that that's been the goal instead of what you stated your goals were. But you are delusional in thinking that you should be working on your mental health before your physical health. You cannot be mentally healthy when you're physically unhealthy, and you are physically unhealthy. Like, you're 260-pound woman, you're physically unhealthy. Reality exists.
That a 70-year-old me carrying around the weight I am is going to have the same mobility that I have now.
There's not going to be a 70-year-old you at your size. Statistically speaking, it is not really happening. It's not. A 60-year-old you or a 70-year-old you at your size after you've already had knee reconstructive surgery, it's definitely not happening. It's definitely not happening, especially because staying your size is going to involve some sort of binge eating of likely ultra-processed foods that are going to keep you inflamed and are going to cause, as you get older, that inflammation is going to cause more and more and more trouble. There's not going to be a 70-year-old you. That's delusional in of itself. People should start accepting that. If you are a 260, 270-pound human being, unless you're very tall, you need to get that shit off of you very quickly, because 70 years old at that size, after being that size for the majority of your life, does not happen. When you see a 260, 270, 280-pound person that is in their 70s, they likely were thinner for most of their life and then started getting fat as they declined in mobility. That's statistical fact also. And you can look all that up. This is so ridiculous.
Nor do I think if I had a really bad accident that I would be as able to recover from it as I would be if I were lighter. Everything is complicated by extra weight and fat in the body. Surgeries are complicated. Everything is more complicated with excess weight. I no longer allow myself to look at that. I am here, and it would be better for me to be there, and judge myself for something that I cannot automatically fix. And I've learned through my life and all of the weight I've tried to lose, all of the cycles I've gone through, trying to force it by focusing only on weight and weight loss is the recipe for failure for me.
Yes, it is, because it should not be something you even need to focus that much on. Focus on your, again, and I'm done talking, because this is just her talking fat acceptance bullshit craziness. It just is. We're done talking to her, because I only got a couple more minutes because I've been live forever. In our coaching, we do not focus on the weight loss. I have a lot of clients that weigh in only once a month, and that's so we know where they're going. That's it. That's it. That's the only thing. Once a month, and it's literally so we can tell where they're going. You should not feel like you're on a diet. It should not be something you super have to focus on. If you feel you have to focus on it completely to lose weight like this, it will fail because you are not going to be able to focus like that forever. You have to lead a life. That is a big problem, that she doesn't have a job and her job is to lose weight and run this channel. That's a problem all in itself, because what happens when you have to fucking have a job? What happens when you have a fucking kid running around? What happens when you actually have a fucking life besides this shit? This has been her life for 2.5 years. This should be over by now. She had 200 pounds to lose. She could have easily lost 100 and some pounds the first year. And I'm not talking easily like, oh, it would have been no big walk in the park, but she could easily have gotten down to 250 after the first year just by eating 2,000 calories a day and walking. The math doesn't add up. That's the biggest problem. The math does not add up at all about what she's saying, what she ate, and everything like that. That's always been a big contention of mine. I want everybody to understand. I'm going to get to just a few questions here, but I wish this woman nothing but the best. And I mean it, April. If you reached out to me and said, I need your coaching, if you purchased our coaching, it's completely confidential, and you could even be Crystal's client. To anybody out there that dislikes me and you want our coaching, you could be Crystal's client. Just ask. I will not be offended. I don't give a fuck what people think about me. None of my business. I don't give a shit. I really, really don't. But I can tell you this right now. This woman just admitted to being completely disingenuous for this last year with her audience, giving very poor advice to them that they probably then looked to her for motivation. And now she's saying, it's not even a priority. I'm not even going to prioritize weight loss. This is very horrible to do to her audience, who is probably just going to be like, oh, you're fucking awesome still. It's kind of sad that her audience is going to take this shit. This video right here, this should end her channel. It's not going to, I can guarantee it. But this should end her channel, because frankly, she is openly saying that I bullshitted you guys for the last 7-8 months. That I wanted to work on my mental health first before my weight loss, when all she did was talk about weight loss. Multiple times I've given her advice on, watch out, this is going to happen. Shakira has given her advice, watch out, this is going to happen. Everything I've said is going to happen with this woman happens with this woman. It's almost like I do this for a fucking living. I'm going to answer a few questions. I've got a consult here in 5 minutes, and then I've got a class. I am going to be taking my wife's Tabata strength class here. It starts in about 2 hours. You can join our app, or you can get a consultation, and you'll get access to these things. You can take her. It's a Tabata strength class night, so it's fucking awesome. I love it. You can take this class, live and pre-recorded classes, our hunger management support group. If you get our coaching, it's daily communication with weekly video conferences, one-on-one, just with us. You can even have it so just Crystal. If you think I'm a fucking big old meanie head, you can just have Crystal be the person you go to. I literally just want to help people get healthy in the fucking, we need to, as a society, for whole other reasons that we're going to talk about at other times, we need to, as a society, get much, much, much healthier. And one of the reasons why she is under my skin, why I talk about it, is because she literally misleads a decent sized audience into her bullshit. And now this is the beginning of fat acceptance. I'm telling you, this is the beginning of body positivity. I'm going to love my body for me. Meanwhile, we all, so ridiculous. Anyway, I could keep talking for fucking hours and I don't have the time. Again, working with your mental health does not prevent you from eating less food. Exactly. In fact, it would help. If you want to work on your mental health, stop eating processed carbohydrates. Stop eating processed foods. You cannot possibly be working on your mental health too much while you're in a state of constant inflammation and constant pain and stuff like that. If you want to work on your mental health, stop eating sugar. Sugar is a fucking addictive substance. It has a dopamine release spike in your fucking brain. Stop. If you want to work on your mental health, stop eating processed food, eat nothing but whole foods, get plenty of hydration, which is good for your mental process, plenty of hydration. The thing is, the act of eating and treating your body in a healthy way and not eating processed foods and getting proper hydration and proper sleep and proper stress relief will help you work on your mental health, and also have the side effect of you being, in fact, healthier and less heavy and lose fucking weight. It's crazy. Any advice for keeping hunger at bay late at night? That is my hardest time. I eat dinner at 7 p.m. and I'm up till 4 a.m. But around 1 a.m. I get very hungry. You should move your dinner much later then, and possibly not have your first meal until later too. You're being awake a long time after that. Chances are you're eating something at that meal. If you're going to eat something, if you are not going to be able to change it, your dinner then should be almost all protein, healthy fat. because that'll keep you satiated as long as possible. And you can also get No Morbidity, which is a non-stimulant, non-thermogenic-based appetite suppressant, and or Joy. You can get our coaching, which is the link right up above you. No question for me, Alan. Just appreciate the way the work that you do. It's much needed. Actually, maybe one. Would you consider taking her on as a client? I would take her on as a client. I will work with anybody. I will work with anybody. I don't care about your race, your creed, your color. I don't care about your gender. I don't care about what you think you are. I don't care if you're trans. I don't care what political party you vote for. I don't care what your age is, as long as you're over 18. I do not care. I don't care if you like me. I don't care if you hate me. I couldn't give a fuck. That's your business, not mine. What you think about me, none of my business. I would work with anybody, and I would guarantee you I would try to get you as healthy as possible. There's a big difference between my coaching and opinion. My coaching is individualized for the person, to your life. I don't try to change your life. We try to morph your habits of your life to healthier versions. I would work with anybody, including her. I would even work with Amberlyn Reed, but my advice to work with Amberlyn Reed would be to get inpatient therapy. The food one in her life over the child, I agree. I unless she was told she couldn't, but I agree. Working out and eating real food also takes care of one's mental health. I completely agree. And guys, I do need to run. It's hard for me to watch April because I started posting here on YouTube at the same time. In my life, I weighed 280 and I've lost 100 pounds. Good fucking job. Alaska makes Courtney. Great goddamn job, Alaska makes Courtney. Let's see. That's the thing. People want to be people want to wait to be ready. No, there's no wait to be ready. Anyway, I do need to go. I'll be live multiple times again tomorrow, plus videos released. I hope everybody has a great day. Thank you all for tuning in. One last thing, again, there's the links. Sign up. Looking forward to working with you. God day.